And Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Good morning, good morning. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Cece.
Hello, Rabbi Dan. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. You seem to be in a sunnier chapel than the one I'm in.
It's my disposition.
We all could have guessed that. We get to start out this fine. Today is, what are we at? We're at the second day of the Omer this morning. But who's counting? I am. Oh, there's the Omer counter.
I have a cool little counter. It twists from the back for those who haven't seen it yet, and it clicks in the front. Like that to tell you what day it's on. Oh, no, I don't know what day it's on.
Day 2, and we get to start out this fine Shabbat morning, which is the third day of Pesach, first day of Hol HaMoed. We're going to start on page 99 in the Lev Shalom. If you want a PDF of this, you can go on the Rabbinical Assembly website, which is rabbinicalassembly.org. There's a spot to click on the left side for to download PDFs of this if you don't have a Siddur with you. In any event, I'm going to start out with Modani. This is because we show appreciation each morning, because despite the difficult circumstances we're in, and many are in, we still show appreciation for what we have. This is like we sang Dayenu the other night, that we show appreciation for each step of the way. 99. מודה אני לפניך מלך וקיים שחזרת בי נשבעתי בחמלה רבה אמונתך מודה אני לפניך מלך וקיים שחזרת בי נשבעתי בחמלה רבה אמונתך אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורי אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורי אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורי אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורי. And we get to flip forward to page 103, page 103, for Birchot HaShachar, the blessings for a new day. Page 103. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan לנו סביבינה לפני יום ואין לילה.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני בצלמו.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני בן חורין. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני ישראל.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokech ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbis arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam makatz hamayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam mechim etzadei gaver.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sasa likol tzorki.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer zak bivura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam otezrel betifara.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam anoten li ha'ef koach. Baruch atah Utanenu hayom v'chol yom chen chatzrachni v'nechven ekorenu v'tikmlenu chasim tovim baruch atah Adonai gomel chasidim tovim la'amo Yisrael.
Amen.
continue along. Actually, let's flip forward. I'm going to go directly to page 120. We'll skip a little bit so that our time remains even for what we're doing, or closer to even for an average Shabbat, because there are additions that we do this morning for Passover. Page 120. Is more shir Hanukkah Beit LeDavid. Achta mispedili limcholi pitachas kivras yenisim kalaman nirzamecha kvaruledo marnai Hol HaMoed. And you'll see on part of your screen, hopefully at least, the prayer that we'll say in place of Morning Kaddish, because not physically in the same place, alas, until we are able to do that, we can say this. Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor my beloved by reciting the Morning Kaddish in the company of a minion. Though circumstances prevent me from doing so, may my yearning and prayers find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed that Kaddish. May you grant hope and healing to all who suffer. May we soon be able to once again safely gather holiness and enjoy. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth. May peace reign everywhere. We say together, Osei Shalom B'Romav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'Yimru. Amen. And we continue along page 122. This is Baruch Shammai, beginning of Psukkah Desina. Baruch Shammai V'Hai Olam, Baruch Hosei V'Reshit, Baruch HaMoed Pesach, Baruch Hosei V'Kayim, Baruch Mechem Haaretz, Baruch Mechem Al-Briot, Baruch Meshalem Sechatov L'Yahav, Baruch Halav V'Kayim L'Netzach, Baruch B'Rei Metzil, Baruch Hu Shemo, Baruch Atanu El Avar. Amen. ונזכיר שמך מלאכך מלכנו אלוהינו יחיד חרומי מלך משפחרי עדי עצמו הגדול ברוך אתה אדוני מלך מהולל ותשבחו. And we'll continue along. We're going to move to page 132. Page 132. This is the Hallel HaGadol. It's part of the Passover Seder, if you go long enough. And also part of Psukkah Zimra, the morning psalms, and we'll include it on this holiday. Rabbi Cece.
Hodu l'Adonai ki tov ki li'olam chasto. Hodu l'Elohei ha'Elohim ki li'olam chasto. Hodu l'Adonai ha'adonim ki li'olam chasto. Li'osei niflat gedolot Levado ki le'olam chasto, li'osei hashamayim b'tavuna, ki le'olam chasto, li'roka ha'aretz al hamayim, ki le'olam chasto, li'osei orim gedolim, ki le'olam chasto. Tashemesh lememshalat bayom, ki le'olam chasto. Et hayareach v'chochavim lememshalot balayla, ki le'olam chasto. Lemake Mitzrayim b'choreihem, ki le'olam chasto. Vayotze Yisrael mi'tocham, ki le'olam chasto. ביד חזקה ובזרוע נטויה, כי לעולם חסדו. לגוזר ים סוף לגזרים, כי לעולם חסדו. והעביר ישראל בתוכו, כי לעולם חסדו. וניער פרעה וחילו בים סוף, כי לעולם חסדו. למוליך עמו במדבר, כי לעולם חסדו. למכה מלכים גדולים, כי לעולם חסדו. ויהרוג מלכים אדירים, כי לעולם חסדו. לסיחון מלך האמורי, כי לעולם חסדו. ולעוג מלך הבשן, כי לעולם חסדו. ונתן ארצם לנחלה, כי לעולם חסדו. נחלה לישראל עבדו, כי לעולם חסדו. שבשפלנו זכר לנו, כי לעולם חסדו. ויפרקנו מצרינו, כי לעולם חסדו. נותן לחם לכל הבשר, כי לעולם חסדו. הודו לאל השמיים, כי לעולם חסדו.
Lovely.
I don't know if you could hear, but Sandy was joining me for part of that.
Yes, clearly moved by the
delivery truck out front.
Page 136, we roll along into Ashrei. This is Psalm 145, page 136. Ashrei Yoshvei Ve. I lost my nigun. Ashrei Yoshvei Ve'techa od yalucha sela. Ashrei Amshachach lo. Ashrei Amshadna lo ha'av. Tilat lo David. Hamimcha ha'melech. V'avarcha shimcha le'lam va'ed. V'chol v'avarcha kava shimcha le'lam va'ed. Gadol na'mu Lignato ein cheker, dor spach ma'asecha, uvotecha yagidu, dachavododecha, divrei niflotecha asicha, zuznotecha yomeru, ulachas haprena, zecharav yabiu, sitchatcha yelanenu, Hanun rachum Adonai, ercha panu v'dal chased, tovan alachom rachum avachom ma'asa, v'duchanai kol ma'asech, v'asidacha yivachucha, v'vod malchucha yomeru, v'rachcha yirabehu, Day leave day Adam Grotam, who quote Adam Makuto, Makutha Makutom, Saltaha Behold Avador, so Mechan Nelachol Naflim, so Kefil Kofim, and Nekol Sabehu, Atanotan Oklam Beito, Potechet Yadech, Amaspil Kol Chaton, Sadik Anabahul Archav, Hasid Komaas Av, Karovan Nelachol Korab, Lachol Cherku Vemet. Tony Raviase, Betchavat Hamishma Yoshie, Sumerna Kolava, Koshim Yasmi, Latanada Berpi, Barakobasashim Kochalam, Vanachnu Nevarechiam, Miataviadolam, Hallelujah. And we flip to page 141, page 141. Try and do a better job with this. Page 141.
You're doing great. Shush.
Thank you. Hallelujah, 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 el bekocho, hallelujah, bekiauzo, hallelujah, vigurota. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. hallelujah. Hallelujah, take a shofar. Hallelujah, never vechinor. Hallelujah, tofu machol. Hallelujah, mini viruga. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hol HaMoed, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hol HaMoed, hallelujah. Hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
And we'll flip forward to page 143. This is a song at the sea. This linked to Passover, though traditionally we say the tradition is that this is what they sung on the seventh day of Passover, that they walked out on the first night, as you know. They made it to the sea at the end of the first week. So we're all leading up to this.
But
Oh, yeah. And they wouldn't leave without their timbrels. Right.
it's true.
אז ישיר משה ובני ישראל את השירת הזאת לאדוני ויאמרו לאמור השיר על אדוני כי גאו גאה סוס ורוגבו רמה והיה עוזי וזמרתיה ויהי לי לישועה זה לוויין והוא אלוהי אביב רומנו אדוני איש מלחמה אדוני שמו מרכבו פרעה וחילו יערה בים ומבחר שלישיו טובעו ויאמצו תלמוד יחזומו יטוטו מסמך ימינך אדוני נדרי בכוח, ימין אדוני תירא אויב. ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד כי לאדוני מלוכה משל בגויים ועלו מושים בהר ציון לשפוט את הרשע והייתה לאדוני מלוכה ואדוני מלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא הנה אחד ושמו אחד. And we continue along on page 145. I see you've traded in your timbrel for something else I hadn't looked up in a while.
Yeah. Like the timbrel, Sandy also represents hope, right? Miriam brings the timbrel knowing that has hope that they will celebrate once again. And Sandy is, the epitome of hope. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Thank you.
And right on cue. That's why I was holding him, to keep him from barking.
Pick up on page 146, read a little bit of this in English, partly because it feels appropriate to this time. From Egypt you redeemed us, Adonai our God, and from the house of bondage you liberated us. In famine you nourished us. In prosperity you sustained us. From the sword you saved us. From pestilence you spared us. And from illness, bitter and long, you raised us up. Your compassion has maintained us to this day. Your love has not left us. Do not abandon us, Adonai our God, ever. One more time. מלך משפלך ויוכלך האל הגדול ובבן והעליון קונה שמיים וארץ נעלך משפחך ונרחב נרחת שם קודשך כאמור לדוד ברכי נפשי את אדוני בכל קרבי את שם קודשו האל פץ מותזך הגדול בכבוד שמך הגיבור לנצח לרב ונורותיך המלך הישב על כיסא רם ונישא. And we get to continue along, page 147, about a quarter of the way down the page with Shochen Ad, which you may remember from your recent Seder if you had a long recent Seder.
I always joke that that part of the service, the Seder was in there because they just went so late that they just rolled it right into Shacharit the next morning. That's not the real reason, is it? Shochen Ad Marom Bekadosh Shemo V'chatuv ranenu tzadikim b'Adonai la yesharim nava tehila B'fi yesharim tithalal Uvdivrei tzadikim titbarach Uvilshon chasidim titromam Uvkerev kedoshim titkadash Umakalot revivot amecha beit Yisrael. Very nice. שכן לחובת כל היצרים לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, להודות להלל, לשבח, לפאר, לרומם, להדר, לברך, להלל, קלס, על כל דברי שירה ותשבחו, דוד בן ישי, עבדך משיחך.
148 at the top.
ישבח שמך לעד מלכנו, אל המלך. ברכות והודות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול ותשבחות, אל ההודות, אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך אלכי העולמים.
Amen. And so because we're not physically in the same spot, there are, we skip the parts of the service known as the Devrim Shebiklusha, the things, the parts of praising God that can only be when you feel the presence of others nearby, which means we pick up on page 150 near the top of the page, or at the top of the page 150.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvorei choshech, oseh shalom, uvorei et hakol. Hakol yaducha v'hakol yishabchucha, v'hakol yomru in kadosh k'Adonai, hakol yiromemu zela yoter hakol. אין כרך אדוני אלוהינו בעולם הזה, ואין זולתך מלכנו לחיי עולם הבא. אפס ידך גואלנו, לימות המשיח, ואין דומה לך מושיענו, לתחיית המתים.
Page 151, Eladon.
אדון על כל המעשים ברוך ומבורך בפי כל נשמה גודלו וטובו מלא עולם דעת ותבונה סובב עמותו המתגאל על חיות הקודש ונהדר בכבוד על המרכבה זכות ומישור לפני חיסו חסד ורחמים לפני כבודו טובים מערות שברא אלוהינו יצרם בדעת בבינה ובהשכל כוח וגבורה נתן בהם להיות מושלים בקרב תבל מלאים זיו ומפיקים נוגה נעזיבם בכל העולם שמחים בצאתם וזזים בבואם עושים ביים הרצון קונם, פאר וכבוד, נותנים לשמור צהלה ורינה, לזכר מלכותו, קרא לשמש, היזרח ורעה והקים את הלבנה, שבח נותנים לו כל צבא, מערת וגדולה, שרפים ואופנים וחיות הקודש. לאל אשר שבת מכל המעשים.
Page 152, the blessing for the Shema continues.
תתברך מושיענו על שבח מעשה ידיך, על מאורי אור שעשית יפארו חסלה. תתברך מעצורנו מקינו וגואלנו, בורא קדושים, יתברך שמך לעד מלכנו. כולם אהובים, כולם ברורים, כולם גיבורים, וכולם עושים אימה, ובארצון קונם, וכולם פותחים את פיהם בקדושה ובטהרה, בשירה ובזמרה, וברכים ומשבחים ופרים ומריצים, ומקדישים וממליכים, את שם האל המלך,
הגדול,
הקדוש הוא, וכולם מקבלים עליהם עול מלכות שמיים זה מזה, ונותנים רשות זה לזה, להקדיש ליותרם בנחת רוח, בשפה ברוח ונימה קדושה, כולם כאחד עונים ואומרים ביראה, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך לארץ כבודו. והאופנים וחיות הקודש פרש גדול, מנסים ומצרפים, לעומתם משבחים ואומרים, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקום עולה וברוך נמו תיתנו. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, 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 ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורה, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו, ברוך אתה אדוני, יוצר המאורות.
Amen.
רבה אהבתנו. והבינו לשלום מארבע כנפות הארץ, ותוליכנו קוממיות לארצנו, כי אל פועל ישועות אתה, ובנו בחרת מכל עם ולשון, וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול סלע באמת, להודות לך יחדך באהבה, ברוך אתה אדוני, הבוחר בעמו ישראל, באהבה. אל מלך נאמן, שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית, על כנפי ביתיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בתל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וריתם אותו. וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם, ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ויציב ונכון, וקיים וישר ונאמן ואהוב וחביב ונחמד, ונעים ונורא וידיר, מתוקן ומקובל וטוב ויפה, דבר זה עלינו יבואד. לדור ודור הוא קיים ושמו קיים, וכיסו נכון, ומלכותו ואמונתו לעד קיימת.
Middle of page 157. This is a continuation of the blessing following the Shema that bridges the Shema and the Amidah, the blessing of Geulah, redemption.
תהילות לאל עליון וברכו ומברך משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות שירה חדשה, שיבחו גאולים, לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו, והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ובני חינומך, יהודה וישראל, גואלנו, אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני, גואל ישראל.
And we continue on page 159, page 159 for the Shabbat morning Amidah. This morning, because it is Hol HaMoed Pesach, the middle days of Passover, we add Ya'ala V'Yavo towards the end of the private Amidah. But doing this again, we'll daven the Amidah, the Rabbi Cece will daven her private Amidah aloud so that we can all follow along. And if you have trouble with Hebrew, that way you get to say amen at the end of every bracha, and it's also lovely. So we get to that loveliness of these brachot. Page 159.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasei Avot, U'Mevii Goel Ibnei B'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo B'Yahava. Melech Ozer Ufoked Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham Ufoked Sarah Hatagi Bor Leolam Adonai Mechayim Etim Atarav Lehoshia Mechalkel Achayim Bechesed Mechayim Etim Berachamim Rabim Somech Novelim Verofe Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayim Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamucha Ba'al Gevurot U'Mi'adam Elach Melech Memit U'Mchaye U'Matmiach Yeshua V'Ne'emanat Le'achayot Metim Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayei Metim.
We continue on 162.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יעלו חסלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש ישמח משה במתנת חלקו כי עבד נאמן קראת לו כליל תפארת בראשו נתת ויעמדו לפניך הר סיני ושני לוחות אבנים הוריד בידו וכתוב בהם שמירת שבת וכן כתוב בתורתך ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
163.
ולא נתתו אדוני אלוהינו לגויי הארצות ולא ינחלתו מגינו לעובדי פסילים וגם במנוחתו לא ישכנו ערלים כי לישראל עמך נתתו באהבה לזרע יעקב אשר בם בחרת עד מקדשי שביעי כולם יספעו ויתענו בדברך והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו חמדת ימים אותו קראת זכר למעשה בראשית אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצי ומנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך צווינו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך וינוחו בה ישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת רצי אדוני אלוהינו בימך ישראל בתפילתם והשיב את עבודה לתפארת ביתך ותפילתם באהבה תגבה ברצון ותהי תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו יעלה ויבוא ויגיע ויראה, וירצה וישמע ויבקע ויזכר זיכרוננו ופיקדוננו, וזיכרון אבותינו, וזיכרון משיח בן דוד עבדך, וזיכרון ירושלים עיר קודשך, וזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך, לפליטה לטובה לחיים ולחסד ולרחמים, ולחיים ולשלום. ביום חג המצות הזה, זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה, ופוקדנו בו לברכה, והושיענו בו לחיים. ובדבר ישועה ורחמים חוס וחוננו ורחם עלינו והושיענו, כי אליך עינינו כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה. ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר שכינתו לציון, מודים אנחנו לך. שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו מלך אבותינו לעולם ועד, צורכנו מגן אישנו אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך נספר תהילתך על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו וכל נפלותיך וטובתך שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. הטוב כי לא חלו רחמך, והמרחם כי לא תמו חסדיך, מעולם קיווינו לך. ועל כולם יתברך ויתרומם שמך מלכנו תמיד ולעד, וכל החיים יודוך סלה, ויעללו את שמך באמת, על ישועתנו ועזרתנו סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני. הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות. שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה בעולם, שים שלום טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל עמך, ברכנו אבינו כולנו כאחד ביור פניך. שים שלום, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה בעולם, שים שלום טובה וברכה, כי באור פניך נתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו תורת חיים ואהבת חסד וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום. שים שלום, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה בעולם, שים שלום טובה וברכה. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה בעולם, שים שלום טובה וברכה, ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Personal prayer 166.
רצון המרפיפי גם לפניך עצר בגולי, תשלום ברב כויס, תשלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
That was awesome.
Thank you. 3:16, eh?
Yep. And we get to pick up. It's a holiday, and it's Shabbat, and it's a holiday, which means we get to do Hallel for Pesach. Yay! Page 316. If you're in the, if you're looking in a Sidur Lev Shalom for Shabbat, if you're in a Sim Shalom, which you can be, that's on page 380. But page 316 for Hallel, Rabbi Cece.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et hallel.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah abdi Adonai. מקימים מעפר אדם, ישפוט ירים אביון, ליושבים נדיבים עם נתיבי עמו, מושיב יקר את הבית, עם הבנים שמחה, הללויה. בצי ישראל, מצרים, ויעקב, מהמועז, בצי ישראל, ממצרים, ויעקב, מהמועז, הייתה יהודה לקודשו ישראל, ממשלותה, היה מרע, וינוס, הירדן, יסוד ההרים, רק ירדו חיילים, יבוא כבני צאן, מלך הים,
מלך הים,
קיטנוס,
קיטנוס,
הירדן,
הירדן,
תיסוב לאחור,
תיסוב לאחור,
ההרים,
ההרים,
תרקדו חיילים,
תרקדו חיילים,
גבעות,
גבעות,
כבני צאן,
כבני צאן,
מלפני אדון,
מלפני אדון,
חולי הארץ,
חולי הארץ,
מלפני
מלפני
אלוה יעקב,
אלוה יעקב,
ההופכי הצור, ההופכי הצור,
הצור,
אגמיים,
אגמיים,
חלמיש,
חלמים,
ומיינו מים.
ומיינו מים. Middle of 317.
אדוני זכרנו יברך, יברך את בית ישראל, יברך את בית אהרון, יברך יראי אדוני, הקטנים הגדולים, יוסף אדוני עליכם, עליכם ויהיו בניכם, ברוכים אתם אדוני, עושה שמיים בארץ, השמיים, שמיים לאדוני, והארץ נתן לבני אדם, לא המתים יהללויה, ולא כל יורדי דומה, ואנחנו נברך יה, מעתה ועד עולם, מעתה ועד עולם, hallelujah.
Middle of 318. Jeez, on that. Supposed to sort of suck.
לך אזבח זבח תודה, ובשם אדוני אקרא. לך אזבח זבח תודה, ובשם אדוני אקרא. נדרוי, אדוני השלם, נגנה, לכל עמו, נדרוי, אדוני השלם, נגנה, לכל עמו, בחצרות ביתו אדוני, בתוככי ירושלים, בחצרות ביתו אדוני, בתוככי ירושלים, הללויה.
19.
הללו את אדוני כל גויים, שבחוהו, שבחוהו כל האומים, כי גבר עלינו חסדו ואמת אדוני לעולם, הללויה. הודו לאדוני כי טוב, כי לעולם, ki le'olam chasdo hodu.
Adonai, ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo.
Yomarna, 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 Yisrael, ki le'olam chasdo hodu.
Adonai, ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo.
Yomruna, 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 Vetaharon, ki le'olam chasdo hodu.
Adonai, ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo.
Yomruna, 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 Yirei Adonai, ki le'olam chasdo hodu.
Adonai, ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo.
Min hametzar karatiya, nani v'merchavya. Min hametzar karatiya, nani v'merchavya. Anani, anani, anani v'merchavya. Anani, anani, anani v'merchavya.
It's 320. It's still in Hol.
Ozi vezimratia vayehili lishua. Ozi vezimratia vayehili lishua. Ozi vezimratia vayehili lishua. Ozi vezimratia vayehili lishua. Itchuli sharei tzedek havolvam odeya. Itchuli sharei tzedek havolvam odeya. Ze ashar Adonai tzadikim yavovu. Ze ashar Adonai tzadikim yavovu. Odecha ki anitani vati li lishua. Odecha ki anitani vati li lishua. Daven matzah bonim hayta lirosh bina. Daven matzah bonim hayta lirosh bina. Beit Adonai hayta zot hiniflati einenu. Beit Adonai hayta zot hiniflati einenu. Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nitzmecha bo. Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nitzmecha bo. Ana Adonai Hoshiana, Ana Adonai, Hoshiana, Ana Adonai, Hoshiana, Ana Adonai,
Hoshiana.
Ana Adonai, Haslichana. Ana Adonai, Haslichana. Ana Adonai, Haslichana.
Ana
Adonai,
Haslichana.
Hatzlichana. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, Baruch Lechem b'beit Adonai, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, Baruch Lechem b'beit Adonai. Hail Adonai v'yar lanu Yisrocha b'avotim makarnot hamizbeach. Hail Adonai v'yar lanu Yisrocha b'avotim makarnot hamizbeach. Eliata v'yodeka, Eloi arom emeka. Eliata v'yodeka, Eloi arom emeka. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki li'olam chasto. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki li'olam chasto. Ki lechatov lehodot, u'l'shimachana lezamer. Ki me'olam ad olam atzael. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal batishbachot.
Amen. Shkoch.
Shkoch to you. Bracha to you.
Do you because you're musically inclined, on your Seder plate, instead of a beitza, do you have like a pink shaker egg? I don't mean anything by asking. I'm just asking.
I mean, that would work. I wish I had thought of that, but then you can't take the egg and then eat it with the salt water.
That's true.
That's my favorite course in the entire meal. It's so funny. It's just an egg and salt water.
It is an unusually good thing to eat, especially at that point in time.
Yes, it's true. Although I have been instructing people about the hors d'oeuvre piece, that like you can put nibblies out, and once you've said Adama, nibble.
Wildly important. Never, I am an advocate, you should never have a Seder without extensive crudité, without extensive karpas. Lots of veggies out. We this year added, Karen, homemade French fries for karpas.
Nice.
So throughout, there were sort of like fresh from the oven, baked French fries that were really incredible.
That's perfect. Although, are they French fries at that point, or are they French bakes?
They might be French bakes, but I gotta tell you, as far as things that you could be eating during Magid, it really is incredible. I would recommend it to anyone.
I'm doing that. That's a good one. It's
It
almost as good though as friends who decided that for dipping, they had strawberries and dipped them in chocolate rather than parsley in salt water.
That may not convey the bitterness of.
It was dark chocolate.
Oh, dark chocolate. So bittersweet dark chocolate. Right.
That was it.
Years of slavery. Awesome. That that also is
It's the same bracha. It's the same bracha. So for strawberries.
On that night, I would dip twice.
Yes. All right.
Right. We are going to continue along. This is where normally we would do the Torah service. We won't read today, though I commend the Torah reading to you. It is a great one from Parshat Cece, one of the great parshiot in the Torah. It is, this morning we'd read Shemot from the book of Exodus, chapter 33, verses 12 through 34, 26. This is the back end of the Golden Calf episode when God reveals God's self and the 13 attributes of mercy that you may have sung about, plus some that you don't sing about. On Passover evening. It's one of the great scenes in the back half of the book of Exodus, especially. In addition, the maftir for the morning would be from the book of Numbers, from chapter 28, 19 through 25. That's the offerings on on Passover, and the Haftorah for Hol HaMoed, slightly odd one from Parshat Ezekiel, chapter 37 of Ezekiel, who's always a interesting, challenging, fascinating read. But this morning I want to talk for just a moment about Pesach. And one of the traditional texts about Passover that I've been thinking about this year. Because this year, many of us, myself included, Zoomed Seder, meaning that instead of doing it alone in our homes with the people who we were with, though we did that as well, it was broadcast out so that we could share Pesach with everyone or with others, because that's what Pesach has become. But the experience of being alone on Pesach isn't, to use a double negative, isn't something that wasn't anticipated by Chazal, by the sages of ancient times. To say it in the positive, they thought about having to do Seder alone. And we know this because in the Talmud, among other places, it says, Rabbanan says that the sages of old taught, that if that when you're having a Seder, they're speaking, it says, 1800 years ago, they're talking to men. That's the default of the tradition. You can gender neutralize it if you want, but they assume that the head of household is a male, which isn't
ever true.
Ever true anymore.
Then.
This is the way they address it. We'll unpack that part of it later. Oh, it's definitely there's a lot to unpack. If your son has the intellectual capabilities of asking, then the child should ask. And if the child isn't capable of asking, then this is why I say it's gendered. Then his wife should ask, meaning the spouse should ask the questions during the Seder. If the wife isn't capable of asking, I don't know whether that'd be the case, but that's what they prefer. Hu shoel atzmo, he asks himself. Ve'afilu shnei talmidei chachamim she'odin b'halacha Pesach zolim zeh zeh. And then even if there are only two sages who are sitting with each other on Pesach, they ask the other. And in the Shulchan Aruch, this goes even further. And in the Shulchan Aruch, the Code of Jewish Law from 500 or so years ago, it says that make sure that you know that if there's no one in the house to ask, that the individual who's having Passover alone should ask the questions himself, which is fascinating, right? If you're having Passover just with your family, still go through all this, still ask. And if you're doing it alone, ask yourself the questions, which brings up the question, what's the point of asking a question to yourself? Especially if it says, if you're a sage, you still ask yourself, in which case you seem that you would know the answer. So what's going on here? One thing we can learn from this is that for those of us who this year had a Seder alone or all but alone, all but alone I guess is not alone, but if you did alone, you're not the first one, because they're thinking about a situation where you have it alone and you still ask questions. So that's one thing, which is we're not the first generation to face a Pesach alone, even if in this unique way, we certainly are. But also, what's the point of asking yourself a question? And what's the point of asking yourself a question if, as the Talmud says, if you're a sage and you already know this stuff?
Well, then you know you're going to get the right answer. Just kidding. That wasn't.
No, I would say maybe that yes, that could be the case, and maybe not. Meaning, maybe not. Like you're supposed to ask yourself a question. It doesn't make any sense to ask yourself a question you already know the answer to, right? Because then you got Rabbi Cece's joke, right? Like the point seems to be to ask yourself questions, levels of the story that you don't know, in order to make sure that you plumb more deeply. The Haggadah says this, right? Like the more one expounds on the Exodus, like the more praiseworthy it is, like to turn it over and to find something that you hadn't thought of in the story, to continually turn it over and find something you haven't thought of, an angle that you haven't thought of, something that's unique to this year. Again, this year we can think of those who are on the role of Shifra and Pua, the midwives who saved the Israelites at risk of their own lives in the story, but they, and today there are those who risk their own lives in the service of others. But even more than that, every angle of the story, to try and make sure that it is relevant and being lived in our lives today. I think those are the questions also that we're supposed to be answering, to make sure when the Exodus story teaches us that we're supposed to see ourselves as if we went out of Egypt, and we remember Pharaoh othering us, right? The beginning of the chapter 1 of the book of Exodus, when Pharaoh says that people should be smart and not trust the Israelites because they're different, and we have to, and that led to our enslavement. We have to be aware of when that language occurs in our society and speak against it. It's not supposed to be a historical lesson. It's supposed to be a lesson for the present, when everyone, and in this moment, there's been, I haven't seen it. I can't imagine that anyone in the sound of my voice actually hangs out with such people, but you never know. Hearing about Asian Americans being othered and being discriminated against or spat upon for being who they are is singularly bizarre and conjures up images of that first chapter of the book of Exodus. Whenever language is used that can prompt hate, undeserved hatred, or unjustified stereotyping of any group, that's dangerous. We have a long history of knowing where that leads. And it's important, A, not to do it, and B, to contradict it when one hears it. Those are things that are very, very dangerous. And in times when societies feel pressure, like in the time of the Exodus story and in the time of our society now, to have that go on, that's specifically what we are called on to try and act against.
Yeah.
Those are the questions we're supposed to ask. It's not just a ritual we go through. If it's just ritual, if we're just saying empty words, then really there is not all that much point to it. What it has to be is it's supposed to live. It's supposed to sing, and it's supposed to be in our hearts. That's when we see ourselves as the ones who were saved from Egypt, then we know that we have to create a society where that doesn't happen, where that injustice doesn't happen to anyone else. That's what we see. Those are the questions we have to be asking ourselves. If we're alone or with others, if we think ourselves wise or if we don't, doesn't matter. We have to ask ourselves the questions. We have to have answers that rise to the moment and to the historic mission of our people, which is to make sure that we earn the fact that God brought us out of Egypt. Out of Egypt to bring that message that God hates those who are unjustly oppressing others and sides with the unjustly oppressed, to bring that into the world. We've got to earn that and make sure that we continue to live that. God willing, we will. Separately while we're in this state and together when this storm has passed. Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach.
Yasher koach.
Strange days. I want to continue along with a couple of blessings. One that we would do on any Shabbat for those who are in need of healing, and we'll sing the Elna. This is, if you want to follow along, it's back in the Siddur on page 173. El narefana lahem, El narefana lahem, El narefana lahem, El narefana lahem. Sheberach avotenu Avram Yitzchak Yaakov serv chachav levivrech repet acholim. Et Hani bat Vora vet Malka Sura Heiki, Vet, Cliff Otwin, Vet, Louis Harrell, Vet, Neil Goldrosen, Vet, Shlomit Bat Vega, Vet, Ari Ben Shlomo Veliba, Vet, David Ben, Lela Avraham, Vet, Mariam Razel, Vet, Moshe Gimbal, Vet, Yudit Lea, Vet, Porbela, Vet, Baruch, Vet, Fredel Tila, Vet, Avram, Vet, Common, Vet, Meira, Vet Yankel ben Sylvia, Vet Reuven ben Raphael, Vet Raphael ben Razel, Vet Tovasopha bat Benjamin Zev, Hakoin ben Razel Sila, Vet Adabat Kito, Vet Esther bat Reuven bat Elizabeth Sorfega, Bat Rivka Vioso, Vet Dover ben Ika, Vet Chalka bat Yehuda, Vet Stephen Rosen, Vet Italea, Bat Sarah, Vet Zachma ben Reuven, Vet Ephraim ben Aaron, Vet. Say out loud the names of those you seek healing for right now. כל החולים בקהילה הקדושה הזאת, וקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמי עליהם, מלאכה זקנם ורפואתם יסלח להם, ורפואה שלהם מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, קדוש החולים, ועזת אלה העוסקים בצרכיהם, שבת היא מזרוח רפואה קרובה לבוא, שרפה זמן קריב ונאמר, אמן. The one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Becca, Rachel, and Leah, bring blessing and healing to all those we have named. May the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and vigor, granting them spiritual and physical well-being, together with all others who are ill. May God grant strength to those who tend to them. The Shabbat is a time to refrain from crying out, we yet hope and pray that healing is at hand. And we say, Amen. I know many people have passed along names of loved ones, family members, and friends who are ill. I will confess, I try to keep up. It is a uniquely high number and a uniquely distressing number of people who I've spoken with. For all those who are ill, for all those who are suffering all too often alone in a hospital without loved ones nearby, we send out all the blessings that we can. And to those who seek to heal them, to the nurses, to the doctors, to the hospital staff, to those who, to the hospital administrators, to those who are helping keep facilities clean and sanitary, we wish great strength as you go about your duties. All of our hopes are with you. I'd like to continue with prayer from, this is, I got from Rabbi Dean Steinsaltz. Ruler of the world, source of mercy, master of justice, have mercy and save your children who dwell in your world, which you created with the attribute of kindness. Rescue them from an unseen enemy, ransom them from death, protect them from dread. Send us your light to brighten up the broken hearts of orphans, fathers and mothers, men and women who have lost their dearest ones. Send a full recovery to the ill and to the afflicted, those on respirators and in isolation, and give strength and hope to your people, to your land, and to your world. Ruler of the world, grant insights to the nations so that they will remove from their hearts the hatred of others at this time. Send the light of your wisdom into the hearts of those who believe falsehood. Enlighten the minds of the innocents who hear false reports. Send a spirit of charity and justice into your world to help people build and plant and assist those who are truly suffering. Straighten the paths of this world. Provide a full recovery for the sick of your people, the house of Israel, wherever they are, for the sick of all nations around the world, your children all over the world. Source of mercy, who is faithful in our covenant, the time has come for you to send to your world tidings of salvation and redemption, which will comfort all your children and offer them peace and blessings, light and joy, and we say, Amen. Amen. For those who are seeking, again, to find vaccines and ways to mitigate the harm that we're in, we wish strength and blessings. If we continue on, we're going to, normally we would do Musaf here, but to try and keep this time properly, we're going to go straight to Ein Kalohenu, but we're still obligated to do Musaf. Musaf is there. It's actually the holiday Musaf that you would do this morning. Which is to say, you would find it in the Lev Shalom on page 343, in the Sim Shalom on page 456. But For time reasons, we're going to go right to Ein Eloheinu. It's on page 204.
Einek Eloheinu, Einek Adonenu, Einek Eloheinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich Elokeinu, Mich Emoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Emoshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Sheiktiru, Avotenu, Levanecha, Et Ketoret Hasamim. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'teit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kelonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech melchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashamayim v'yosei ha'aretz ha'moshav v'yikaru b'shamayim. Tachat ein od al ken nekavel lecha Adonai Eloheinu meher. Ken olam b'malchut shaddai v'chol b'nei v'asar yikrov shavei al Kakatuv b'toratecha, Adonai yimlach li'olam va'ed, v'nemar, v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, U'shema echad.
Continue with the prayer in place of the kiddush that we would say if we were able to join our voices truly together in praise of the source of life. Continue with bracha that's on your screen. Bono Shalom Elohei Ruchot L'chol Basar. Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor my beloved. By reciting the mourner's Kaddish in the company of a minion, circumstances prevent me from doing so. May my yearning and prayers find favor in your eyes, be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed that Kaddish. May you grant hope and healing to all who suffer. May we soon be able to once again safely gather in holiness and joy. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth. May peace reign everywhere. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Modim l'simcha.
Chagim uzmanim l'sason.
There we are. I've never had a congregation be so quick and on point in responding to that specific greeting. So it's really, what a moment.
I'm no ordinary congregation.
That is true. Announcements. Look, we're going to, there's Havdalah tonight at 8:30 at the end of a 3-day Yom Tov, as we say.
I want a three-day holiday. I want to go to Yisrael. You know that one.
I don't.
Oh, it's the matzah balls in my soup, which is really matzah chen bamidbar.
Yeah.
No? Really? We're
Yeah.
like the same generation. I thought we grew up with the same stuff. And then it goes like this: matzah chen Matzah chen bamidbar, matzah, matzah, matzah balls in my soup. I want a three-day holiday. I want to go to Yisrael. But then Dafka, you don't get a 3-day holiday in Yisrael. They don't have 3-day Yom Tov because they only have 1 day. So there's never going to be 3. If it's Shabbat, it's 2.
Right, except for Rosh Hashanah, which you tend not to eat all that many matzah balls. Right. Yes.
I do, actually.
Baruch
Don't
Hashem.
you have matzo ball soup on every holiday? No, we do.
Yeah,
You come to my house, everyone. We have matzo balls all the time. Floaters.
ooh. No, important. Awesome. Yeah. So, was all just saying, Facebook Live tonight, 8:30. Rabbi Cece will be doing Havdalah, or leading us all in Havdalah, 8:30 tonight. Facebook Live on Monday morning will be Hol HaMoed davening. That will be at 7:30. And via Zoom, via Facebook. If you need the link, please let us know. And then on Yom Tov, we'll start again on Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, we'll have holiday davening right here in this space at 9:30. And Thursday morning, again, Yom Tov davening for the 8th day of Pesach. That will include a version of online Yizkor, which I anticipate being uniquely difficult because it'll be hard to do the Yizkor part, I think. Anyway.
I think though some of it won't. It'll be hard because I find comfort coming together in memory with everyone else. But many of the words that we say for Yizkor can still be said.
Yes.
So we will be able to honor our loved ones, and our loved ones' memories together as best as we can.
Amen. Best we can is all that's asked. So again, I want to send specific blessings out to those who are struggling right now. I know it's a difficult time economically, it's a difficult time emotionally, it's a difficult time family-wise, it's a difficult time illness-wise, and I know those who have suffered losses recently, it was a uniquely difficult time to be in mourning. Again, know that we're with you, and hopefully we'll be able to be together as soon as is practical. We're going to wrap up with the Wheel of Tefillah, I believe has landed on Adon Olam, page 211, page 211, Adon Olam.
Adon Olam asher malach b'terem achol yitzir nivra li'ein na'aseh v'chefetzo kol hazay melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kichlot hakol le'vaydo yimloch nora v'hu haya v'hu hoveh והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשילו להכבירה, בלי ראשית בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה, והוא אלי וחי גואלי, בצור חבלי בעת צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוסי, בנת כוסי ביום הקרא, יעדו אפקיד רוחי, בעת ישן ויעירה, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי, ולא יירא.
Beautiful. Shabbat Shalom. And we will see you tonight at Havdalah at
8:30.
8:30. Yeah, 8:30. Far too early. 8:30. Nice save.
That's what I'm here for.